Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us this morning. Let's talk a little tennis. And the American Open has arrived. All attention will focus on, obviously, the young superstar Carlos Alcaraz as the Spanish player aims to uphold his championship. Going to be a tough one, though. Novak Djokovic's comeback since 2021 will also be notable in this year's US Open. I just have a feeling about this guy this year. And then, of course, in the female category, Poland's Iga Swiatek is aiming to secure victory for the second successive occasion, but in a pretty open field. And chat a little bit more about the US Open is SA Tennis and Paddle A1 player Adam van Harte. Adam, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
First of all, how are you, dude? The last time we met you, it felt like doors were opening for you in the paddle space. You look busy, bro.
Yeah, it's been a busy couple of months, but it's been very enjoyable. Obviously, I had the trip to Sweden. Great experience. So a lot going on, but a good busy.
A good busy. And now you know the world that awaits you out there, which is fantastic. So congratulations on everything you're achieving. I'm glad you could join us because I kind of feel remiss because I've been so focused on the build-up to the Rugby World Cup. I'm like, hang on a minute, we've got a tennis major happening right now, and possibly one of the coolest stories when it comes to the men's game. You got the king. And I think many people are going to have to call Novak the GOAT by the end of this year because he's still doing it.
He has to.
But there seems to been a mental shift. He's now a fan favorite. People are loving Novak Djokovic. He's gone viral on memes. He's just been in a really good headspace as well. But he's also been pumping up young Carlos Alcaraz because he understands that this is the kid who's going to take his mantle. Yeah. Is it going to be now, or do we still have another 2-3 years of Novak to savor, do you think?
Yeah, I think we have a couple of years left of Novak. I think Alcaraz was just what he needed to kind of light the spark inside of
Rafa,
him.
Yeah.
And I think that's almost ignited him. He's almost into like a new level now, where he's getting that dominance back that he had. But then Alcaraz is also pushing, so it's some rivalry.
And from a different base plate, like we joke about new players coming on, like an Erling Haaland, for instance, in football, coming on and starting where Messi left off.
Yeah.
You know, these insane feats of physical kind of balance where Alcaraz has the mental game of a Djokovic, he has the finesse of a Federer, he has the strength and out-and-out speed and power. Is he an anomaly? Are we going to see more young tennis stars like him coming out? Or is he a physical kind of just a blip in the matrix because he is just so talented on so many fronts?
Yeah, I want to say there's more to come, but you just have to admire the physicality of him. I mean, you haven't seen anything like it since. Look at that.
And it's the mental strength in those key moments as well. And maybe he needs a few championship rounds, as they say in boxing, to really see how good he is going to be.
Yeah.
And who knows, Novak might unlock his potential as well. So I think watch that space. It's going to be beautiful. Can you see any other men challenging for the title between the two of them?
I think they are the different favorites. I think Medvedev always has a good chance on hard court. Very, very good on hard surfaces. And then I think an underdog for me is Zverev, Alexander Zverev. He likes to stick his head out at these Grand Slams, and if he plays well, he can beat anyone on the tour.
Well, that's it, or ruin anyone's tournament, I think, you know, which is I love that. We want a hoodoo player in the side. Men's side sorted. Everyone's talking about Iga Swiatek. Is that based on her form at the moment, or is that based on a lack of credible challenger? Because the field seems so open within the women's game. I want to mention names like Ons Jabeur. I'm almost terrified to put in any more expectation on her shoulders because I feel like any more added pressure and it's just going to be another final loss. But let's start with Iga. Is she the one? Is she the favorite this year because she carries the title?
I think, yeah. I think you have to give it to her. I think, like you said, it's very open. She hasn't been in the best form coming up to it, but the best play their best when they need to.
That's it.
So I would say she's the favorite going into this tournament.
Who should we be watching on the women's tour? And I will mention, obviously, Ons Jabeur again, because we are so desperate to see it. 3 finals lost. How much of a mental mountain does that become to climb?
Well, yeah.
Because you're going to get there. She's going to get into another final. Can she think about anything other than losing that final? How do you, as a professional sportsman, get over those mental? Because this feels like more a mental hurdle than a physical hurdle.
Yeah. I think when you get to that level, when you get to that stage in the tournament, you just have to sort of forget where you are. Just forget the match, forget the occasion, forget everything, and just focus on your opponent in front of you. That's the only thing you can do in her regard.
I want you right now, visualize Ryle in your mind, okay? He's not your opponent. He's your young understudy today, and he's ready, my friend. So good to find out a little bit more about what's going on at the US Open this year. It's going to be a special one, in particular, the battle that is brewing between Alcaraz and Djokovic, on and off, two guys who have a huge amount of respect for each other, but it could change the game. Absolutely here for that. Now we're going to send young Adam off to go and change Ryle's game.